You got it working? Can you see it though?
Yeah, we're gonna find out. Come on.
That works. Oh, I hate this. I can't even hear you. Are you not plugged in?
Back on the air, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about the technical difficulties we've been experiencing so far this first quarter. My name is David Smith, joined alongside Dan Yazerski. Dan, it's been a while. I've been over at the scorers table most of this year. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it is great to have you back. And we got a pretty good game right here. Larson Ford kind of keeping themselves close, and there's a basket from Morrow, but it's going to be tough for Larson to string together 4 really dominant quarters against an ACI Robinson's team who might be playing the best basketball in all of the JSBL right now.
It's Fagan with it now. Drives, kicks in the corner. That's Micah Kerr. Shot no good, way short. But before that, he steps out of bounds. So
yeah.
Possession to Larson Ford.
Yeah, and a lot of that is the product of the lines being moved back and deeper three-point lines. We actually do have a timeout on the floor, but we'll talk about that a little bit when we get back.
It's Morrow now bringing it up for Larson. 16-14 here early on. We apologize. We were able to figure out the sound, but not the graphics. It is 16-14 here in Manasquan as Joshua Morris knocks down the extended elbow line jumper.
Oh, man, and he has maybe the nicest touch in the JSPL. I mean, so technically sound. He's been really a welcome addition to a Larson Ford team that's lacked scoring for a lot of the season.
Jones, Luster defending. Fagan coming off an off ball. Shoots over. Morrow, pure. Sam Fagan has been playing, like you said it was ACI Robbins that's playing the best basketball as of recent. Sam Fagan has been playing his best basketball all year.
Well, a lot of it corresponds with how good he's played, shooting the three ball really well over this extended run. As we do have a...
Looks like it'll be a block on Montgomery.
But back to what I was saying, and Fagan has really been great because, one, he doesn't turn the ball over. He had more assists and turnovers in the regular season. And two, if he becomes a threat from outside, it allows ACI Robbins Nest to dribble penetrate, which is something that they do best.
Montgomery now with 2 quick fouls. After picking up the foul here on Morrow, will be an interesting decision for Coach Fagan and company, with only one warm body on the bench in Micah Kerr, who's already made an appearance so far in the game today. But now with Montgomery, 2 fouls, you're going to have to be a little careful, Dan.
Definitely, and what ACI Robbins Nest does well is they like to play aggressive and they like to turn you over. And with Montgomery now playing with 2 fouls, you don't want to pick up that third, especially before the second quarter, as Morrow hits a second free throw. So you want him to kind of play a little less aggressive, and it's going to be more on the other 4 players on the court to be more aggressive.
Jones, that's Luster. Jones going weak side, finds Kimbrough, free throw line. Jay gets it to go. And that's where Dwayne Jones is so dangerous.
Well, because he can do multiple things. He can drive past you, or he can create like that. And a lot of it is his ability to dribble penetrate. And it sets up Kimbrough, who had a wide open basket.
That 3 no good. Long rebound chase down by Hornbeek. Feeds Agba Jemison on the opposite block. Fadeaway jump shot, no good. Montgomery looking up for Fagan. Fagan cross court. Jones drives, blocked by Hornbeek, and he's out in transition. It's Morrow, pulls up for the 10-footer, gets it to go. Peter Morrow having a great early start for Larson.
And that's great, really, on both ends, because you see there was a great defensive play. It's a bad shot by Agba Jemison on the first end against the defensive player of the year, but it doesn't matter because Hornbeek gets the block and seals it with a nice transition pass to Moore, who is wide open.
And obviously, as Kimbrough makes the layup to trim the lead to 1, the awards recently came out for the JSBL this year as Morrow clanks the 3, rebounded by Jones. We saw Aaron Goldstein, me and you.
Oh, you're going to bring this up.
We think he got snubbed. Zaire Dean obviously had a phenomenal year as well. I think another player that should be in contention for that as well is Peter Morrow, because if I'm not mistaken, he played a game or 2 last year. He was on a roster, and this year he's seriously made a contribution towards this Larson team, has looked very strong. Is a D3 product, plays at Felician, local kid, and he's playing well in his hometown league. You love to see it. Good story.
Yeah, as Amari Jones will check in, they'll go a little bit small here. I think that Morrow, more than anything, has shown that he can shoot the ball with anyone in this league. Kind of reminds me of a little bit of a smaller version of Kyle Cardace with his ability to just pull up and fire and how he can shoot over anyone in this league. He's been impressive, but to get back to this point, we'll finish that thought in a second, Aaron Goldstein is so good. He's really the reason Northern New Jersey was as good as they were, and they were only 2-6, but
those 2 games, he had a very good chance for them to win. As Morris knocks down the jumper.
We weren't told who was voting, but the fact that Aaron Goldstein didn't win the award and Dean did, it just shows that some people's level of attention at night.
Great shot there from Hardiman. And that's no knock to Dean at all. He's had a great year. Was hurt towards the end of it with a foot injury.
Dean was, but it's a different that both of these teams were 2-6, and Goldstein was a better overall player than Dean was.
I would
where
agree.
Dean was just a scorer. And a lot of those points at the end of the day are empty, where at least Goldstein is as good as any defensive player on the league as well.
And in my opinion, Zaire Dean was a player last year who not struggled, but didn't have as good as a year this year. Not because of his skill level, but I think it's because he was just almost outmatched a little bit physically.
Well, not even that. I also think that he was roadblocked. I mean, if you're Zaire Dean and you're on a team with Nate and Josh Pierre-Louis, a lot of the time you're not going to be the guy that's going to be having the ball because you have the two best guards on your team are significantly better than you. They're both G League players. So how can you say that someone's the most improved player when they really didn't get the shot to show that?
It's also a good point. It's Jones with it now.
And again, this is no knock on Dean, but I think Aaron Goldstein, who was also roadblocked, did have top times to play last year and really didn't play that well. So he was, in my opinion, made more of a jump than what we saw from Zaire Dean.
Well, we just saw Ortho give him a bigger role this year. I mean, he just didn't have the ball much in his hands last year, and this year was their primary shot maker.
I think he played a better season this year than George Pappas did too.
Montgomery picks the pocket of Morrow, and a hard foul. Morrow, though, helping him up.
Wow, they're going to give him a flagrant
They're
one.
going to issue a flagrant on Peter Morrow. Looked like he might have dropped to the shoulder a little bit, but I'm not sure it was necessarily intentional. That's one of those basketball plays where it's kind of hard to tell in the moment.
Well, they talked it over, and it seems like they're going to stick with this call.
I'll tell you one thing, Tyreek Montgomery, big steal there, but a big risk trying to reach in there and pick his pocket knowing you have two fouls in the first quarter.
But that's what the best ones do. They're able to, when you're really good at defense in this league, you've seen Kevin Mateo play beautiful defense with 5 fouls. When you're good at defense, that's a tough miss for Montgomery there. But when you're able to not miss a beat when you're playing still in that aggressive manner, even with 2 fouls, it's such a lift, and that's where the trust from Coach Fagan comes into Montgomery.
So they're not going to say it was a shooting foul. They'll say it was on the floor. So it's only 1 free throw for Montgomery, and he'll be the one inbounding the ball for ACI.
It's a big possession, and weirdly, and I don't think this game's going to end up being this close. Larson Ford has actually played an impressive first quarter, and now, they changed their mind again. This is interesting.
It definitely looked like he was going up with it. But
He was.
because of the degree of the foul, you couldn't see him going up with it because he just fell right to the floor.
Yeah, and it happened so fast, too. When all these things happen in real time, it's difficult to kind of see what's going on. I think it's the right call by the officials to send him to the line for 2.
So it'll be 2 free throws now for Montgomery. Misses the second. A good foul for Morrow. Well, no, it'll only be 1 free throw. Very
I guess it was 2 free. No, flagrants are usually 2 free throws on the ball. I guess that's where the confusion came in. But
yeah, it's technicals that are 1. It's the difference in the NBA and the college rules. Still getting used to it.
Well, we haven't seen a flagrant all season, so I think we were still in that kind of technical mindset. And that's very, very aggressive defense by Amari Jones there.
Not a great foul if you're Jones there, reaching in on the block, knowing Kimbrough a pretty good free throw shooter, and it would also send them to the line the next foul. So an opportunity here for Kimbrough is he'll go to the line for a pair.
Another guy that was maybe snubbed in awards conversation. I know all the attention went to Justin Robinson and Jakari Spencer's. My goodness, they can't buy a free throw right now. But I think that Kimbrough, more than anyone else, played as good as anyone in this league, and maybe was, if you're talking about most valuable player, I think Kimbrough should win that, because obviously the teams that Robinson and Spence play on, they're both just as good, if not better, with or without him. But Kimbrough, on the other hand, doing everything he did as a big, winning the Defensive Player of the Year. He had a year this summer. As we do have a technical difficulty, here is a open look. Montgomery will rise, fire, and miss on a 3. As David gets his mic set, Morrow with it. 24 all with 17 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Peter Morrow having the hot hand in quarter number 1. Has it. Shot clock turned off. He's got Fagan on him. Morrow is going to work on him. Drive, spin, falls away. Shot no good, and that's the quarter. Tied at 24 at the end of 1. A result no one probably thought at the start of this one, but ACI and Larson are tied as we head into quarter number 2.
Welcome back to the second quarter. David Smith and Dan Yezerski. I've had some technical difficulties all night. My mic's been in and out. We'll see how much further I can go. But right now, we're surviving.
We are.
It's Jones. Luster defending, close towards half court. Fagan with the ball screen. Hits Fagan, the 3, good. Sam Fagan, rise, fire, pure.
And this is what makes him so dangerous, is how good Fagan's been shooting the ball. Hit 30 points the other night on 9 of 15 from 3. If he can continue to do that, that's a nice move from Morris, but if he can continue to shoot the way that he's been shooting, ACI Robbins could win a championship.
And that's actually very ironic, Dan, is here comes an
Ibn
unmarked
Loyal
player.
back in the game now.
Oh, it's Ibn Loyal, excuse me. Here comes Hornbeak. Loyal came a quarter late. Morris finds Morrow, and an easy take as he finishes in with the left.
I'm kind of surprised he was able to get that wide open. ACI Robbins just kind of lost track of him, and you have to be so conscientious of what Morrow, can do from beyond the arc that he can make some moves inside and get some easy buckets.
And that mid-range jumper good from Marquel Hardiman.
Tell you what, Larson Ford needs to get something from someone other than Morrow or Josh Morris. Morris has 13 points. Morrow with now 10. They got to find someone else to score.
And there's the family affair of Dwayne and Amari Jones. This time Dwayne, the guilty party, fouling Amari. And he'll go to the line for a chance for 2.
Yeah, and this is what Amari Jones can do. He's so aggressive, and when he's going downhill, it's not when he's creating for himself, because he's not necessarily the best shot creator, but when he's moving downhill and using his size and his strength, that is when he's at his best.
Well, his brother Dwayne is the same way. They have similar but different games as Jones misses the first free throw. Dwayne Jones, in my opinion, is one of the best playmakers in this entire league. If you set him a ball screen, reminds me a lot of Tyrese Halliburton, the way he's able to get downhill and with his vision make plays for himself and others.
I like that, and when you're able to dribble penetrate, it's what makes this ACI Robbins Nest offense so dangerous. Look, he draws 2 there and then's able to get an open shot for Marquel Hardiman.
Morrow now. Fagan will pick up at half. Here comes the double screen, trying to get some space for Morrow. Low pass, Jones able to recover. The weak side corner, drive, spins, short, but they'll call a foul on Hardiman as it's yet another chance at the line for Amari Jones.
Tell you what, Amari Jones got bailed out there. I mean, you can't, when you're not the number one guy on your team, and that ball should be in the hands of Morrow or Morris every single possession, you can't take over a possession like that, and he's lucky that he got fouled because it was a terrible shot and a terrible shot choice.
Hits the first free throw. Going to be very seldom today you hear us announce any subs. Both teams lacking depth today.
Well, ACI is very comfortable with going 5, 6, or even 7. Where
I agree, but I mean, not having Gio is tough. Being one of your best offensive rebounders, one of your better defenders, can guard 1 through 4.
Yeah, and
even maybe the 5.
This is the guy that was all third team, and when you're down an all JSBL player for the entire playoffs, it's a huge blow. But I don't think it'll affect them as much because they have so many guys that it's been an every man up thing for them the past couple of years, and I think it'll stay that way.
For those unaware, Gio Panzini currently goes to Cornell. They'll be going on an international trip, so unable to join us for the playoffs, but he had a tremendous season.
Maybe he's watching from wherever he is internationally.
Potentially. Fagan, top of the key. Micah Kerr, drive, spins, and the foul.
That's a beautiful basket. It's a beautiful pass by Fagan, who sees Kerr out of the corner of his eye, makes a no-look pass to the top of the key, and then Kerr just shows the strength to get inside, finish, and then add the foul on top of it.
That's the third on Luster.
Tell you what, it's not. And
if I heard that correctly.
Yeah, I think we did. And you don't want anyone in foul trouble, but he might be one of the few players that you'll be okay with on Larson to be in foul trouble. A guy that is kind of an extra body, plays sparingly for them, and he does well in the minutes that he plays, but not one of those guys like a Morris or a Morrow that's in foul trouble. That's a plus for Larson right now.
That one tipped, stolen away by Kimbrough. Here he comes! Jared Kimbrough throws it down, and Coach Marshall's seen enough. He calls a timeout.
That's a beautiful move, and there's a reason why Jared Kimbrough is an offensive player of the year. Sees the ball, gets it, and when he's got a head of steam, no one is stopping him. What a play to take us to the break.
Back, ACI, Larson, they're up by 6. Come back and join us for the rest of the action. Welcome back. We apologize for no score bug. It's 36-30 ACI Robins Nest right now. 6:40 to play. My name is David Smith, joined alongside Dan Yazerski.
I'm sure Garden State Sports Network must be fuming that there's no scoreboard either.
Hornbeak knocks down the tray. 3-point game now as Larson trails.
That's a nice move, and Hornbeak is the guy that really shot the ball well for about the first half of the season. He's been cold down the second half, but if they get a performance out of him tonight, that's a huge boost for Larson forward.
Jones jabs, pulls up, gets it to go. And that you give Dwayne Jones a ball screen, he's so dangerous.
Well, that's what he does so well. He might be the best player in the league in space, and when you're able to give him space, the alarm bell should be sounding off for who's ever defending him, because you can't give him that much space. He'll make you pay every time.
Morris. Saw he didn't have much of an avenue. Kicks it to Jones. That one no good. Goes out of bounds off of Larson Ford. A good defensive possession for ACI Robin's Nest, nearly getting that shot clock violation.
And that's all set up by the great defense of Jared Kimbrough, whose hand is outstretched. Josh Morris had nowhere to go, fired a wild pass to Amari Jones, who isn't typically a great three-point shooter, and he wasn't able to hit the basket.
Jones, weak side, Kerr. Pump fakes, drives, pull up, can't get it to go. Morris with the rebound. Finds Hornbeek, he's gonna look to push. Hornbeek, step back, triple. Not even part of the rim as it's rebounded by Fagan. Fagan finds Kerr, cutting back door.
And again, that is set up by the vision of Sam Fagan, who continues to make play after play. As we got a foul here, but Sam is such a good pure passer, and we've called him a lot like he's a J-Rob light because of how he sees the court, his ability to get guys open, and once again, setting up an easy basket. And it's the easy baskets is what makes ACI Robin's Nest up, because when they're playing, everything is so easy for them, and they make everything so difficult for their opponents. It's a good combination to have when you're trying to win basketball games.
That foul went on Micah Kerr. That's his second, as Morrow knocks down the mid-range jumper to cut the lead to 5.
They need more of that if they want to get back into this game, and just an easy pull-up J.
And there's a travel. Ibn Loyal, the guilty party. Tried to hold that pivot foot, but just couldn't once he got into the lane. And that'll be our media timeout here for the second quarter. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, it's ACI Robin's Nest 40, Larson Ford 35. Welcome back. 4:30 to play here in this second quarter and counting. David Smith and Dan Yuzerski. Here's Summy with the drive, finishes with the right hand.
Summy is a guy that is kind of unexpected to be on this Larson roster, but he's a guy that spent a lot of his time in high school playing football for Middletown South. Played some football with my brother. Played
Very
against.
cool.
So to have him.
Is that lob? No good. Summy out in transition. He'll have another opportunity with the right. Gets it to go. 4 points in 2 possessions for Donovan Summy.
Tell you what, he's going to buy himself some more minutes if he can continue to finish like that at the rim. Really nice job just being aggressive and finding a good basket to take.
Jones drives, and the foul. Just as Larson thought they would be able to creep in a little bit, Dwayne Jones has the answer.
I mean, talk about maybe the best single hand move in the league. It might go to Dwayne Jones, because anytime he's get close to the rim with that left hand, you can't stop him because he can get creative in the ways that he's able to use it. And again, does it there.
Yeah, just such a crafty finisher around the rim.
He does everything right. And a guy, in my opinion, no one really talked about him as being a most improved player, but I think there's a humongous difference between how he played last summer and the confidence he showed this time around.
The efficiency is much better from Jones this year, I would have to agree.
Where there would be a lot of games that he was struggling to score, and they really needed his scoring, and that's the difference between ACI last year and this year, where they've gotten that scoring from him. And as you mentioned, the efficiency, but his efficiency has set up his ability to become a good playmaker as well.
Here's Morris, kicks it out. Jones Way short. Not the shot you want if you're Larson. Jones pushing, finds Loyal, step back, triple, way off. Rebounded. But that one goes out of bounds. Nobody able to control it. Possession will remain with ACI.
That's the ability of just the extra effort that ACI Robbins puts in. And you mentioned not the shot that Amari Jones you want him taking. Well, that's a shot that ACI Robbins is completely comfortable with him taking, which is why they sent the double over to Morris in that spot.
We've seen Jones hit more threes this year than he has in the previous, but that early in the shot clock, still not what you want. Jones can't get it to go long. Offensive rebound. Ibn Loyal draws the foul. And he'll go to the line for a chance for a pair.
And if they're going to start to offensive rebound like that, this lead is going to look bigger and bigger and look like a bigger deficit for Larson as this game goes on, because if they're going to be able to control the boards, what is Larson going to be able to do to differentiate themselves in this game? I don't think they're going to be able to do much, because the one thing they may have on ACI Robbins is the size advantage, and if you can't even play to that, then you're going to be going home after tonight.
We haven't seen a ton of Ibn Loyal this year. I think he's played maybe around half of ACI's games, but really adds a different dynamic to this roster. Gives them another big alongside Jared Kimbrough. He's very strong down there, good rebounder. He knocks down both free throws. And playing him, Hardiman, and Kimbrough at the same time could really be a problem for opposing defenders if they chose. Hornbeak kicks in the corner. That's Agba Jemison again.
Wow.
I think that is the first three I've seen Agba Jemison hit all year.
He stepped into it, shot it confidently, and man, if he could shoot the ball like that, I think Larson's got to give him some more touches.
It was a pretty good looking shot too, pretty good form. Here's Jones, gets his screen that he likes. It's Summy defending. Gets to the strong side, lobs it up to Kimbrough. Kimbrough reads the double, tries to go up, and gets denied. Summy tries to throw the outlet, but that one's blocked. Kimbrough now finds Montgomery. Hornbeak playing great defense, and they'll get Montgomery for a travel.
And he's beside himself. He didn't understand how that was a travel, but again, that's great defense by Hornbeak, and I think the reason they call a travel there is because Montgomery was the one who initiated the contact, but he is in shock right now. He's got to be careful. He might get teed up. You know how these refs like to tee him up.
He's playing similar defense, knowing that they're not going to probably call a foul. That one no good. He gets the rebound. Here he goes in transition. Good pass out. Back. Hardiman. Can't get it to go. Can't believe Fagan didn't shoot that one there.
I think he's mad at himself for not shooting that as well, but
Coach Marshall will take a timeout here, wants to kind of slow things down, excuse me.
I think it's kind of shocked that he didn't take that, because and this is what speaks to the unselfishness of what ACI Robbins is, because Fagan has a wide open three. He's been one of the hottest three-point shooters in the JSBL over the second half of the season, and he says, you know what, I'm going to get my guy Hardiman a better look, and it's kind of crazy.
I can confirm Coach Fagan of ACI is all about unselfishness. I was his player growing up. I mean, me and Sam played together. Jack Collins as well. We were all on the same AAU team growing up. All he preached was team. It was playing as a team, assists and defense, and that's what this team. That's what this team's bread and butter is.
Yeah, and you're right, and that's what they do, and I think that's what really leads to good basketball, because if you don't have a guy like a Robinson or a Spence or another star ball handler.
Maybe Miles Powell, as we'll see going out later in the playoffs.
But if you don't have a star ball handler, you have to be able to create as a team and do things as a team, and that's what they do so well, because everyone's able to know their role. There's no guys like a Reagan Burke who takes uncontested, really bad shots throughout the game, and that's number 3 on Hardiman. But there's no guys out there like a Burke or like an Amari Jones that are taking bad shots. They know their role, and they play really well doing it. I mean, you saw it last year with Burke. They kicked him off because he was playing too selfishly.
Funny story for you. There was 30 assists in a game earlier this year by ACI. First thing Coach Fagan, he comes up to the score table. He goes, "Yo, Dave, is that a record?" Thinking that maybe they broke the record. And as we know, there's a lot of offense in this league. Was able to confirm that it was not even close to the record.
Well, I think they scored 30 assists in that. I think it was one of the games where they didn't even break 100 points.
No, they did not. It's Morris at the line. First one good.
I tell you, for a big man, his form is so good at the line. It's got that really good soft touch. And
I was going to say not only his form, but just his touch for someone his size is so impressive.
I know this. I'm going to go into Minecraft here. You know, I like to bring up references. But if he had, you know how in Minecraft you could get a silk touch pickaxe like at Mines, and it's one of the best pickaxes in the game. Well, Joshua Morris got that silk touch.
I'm sure all our younger viewers can relate to that right now. Yeah, that's a good one. That one was Tyreek Montgomery, a great strong drive to the hoop as he is able to cut the lead to 3.
Maybe I'll bring up Lava Chicken or Chicken Jockey later too.
Morris, spin move. He's even got a handle as well, but can't get that one to go. Fagan sees the numbers, pass over the head, Loyal! What a feed from Sam Fagan.
Might be, I tell you what, he's putting himself in the case to be the best passer in the JSPL. Beautiful, right into the breadbasket of Ibn Loyal.
The
Looks
two
like our
passers in the
quarterback out there.
JSPL might be on the same team, and that's Sam Fagan and Dwayne Jones.
And then they could do this.
Kimbrough, Loyal, the finish with the right, gets it to go. It's a 7-point lead now for ACI. 15 seconds and counting.
Turning defense into offense, that's a huge possession to extend the lead to 7.
Holding for 1, Morrow, deep 3, gets it to go. That's a big shot. Gonna have to get one quick. Loyal can't even get it up. But we have had a great first half here in Manasquan. A full house here as well. And Dan, I'm very excited for this second half.
It should be a great second half, and give Larson a lot of credit. They fought hard in that first quarter, and then really that second quarter to keep it at a 4-point deficit going into half. I didn't think anyone was really giving them a shot to win tonight. Hey, they're at arm's distance and a chance to win.
Interesting to see Zaire Dean shooting around on the court. Looks like he's moving around okay. Wonder what his availability could be for the rest of the playoffs, say they were to win today. Because I don't think any of us were really told the severity of the injury.
Yeah, and it's a really tough thing. I mean, you see it. Guys playing through injuries usually leads to them accumulating a worse injury. You saw it a lot with Jason in the playoffs. Or 3 guys in the NBA tore their Achilles. First it was Damian Lillard, then it was Jason Tatum, and then Tyrese Halliburton tore it in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. So it could be a message to guys that are playing in just a summer league where there's more important basketball to be played as the year goes on to kind of take these injuries pretty light.
Well, not only that, we also had an Achilles injury last year, too, in the JSBL with Alahan Demir for Seaview Jeep, and that was also in the playoffs. A big blow for them.
I don't think it was Demir. I think it was Elijah Barnes.
Was it Barnes?
Yeah, it was Elijah Barnes.
Okay, but yeah, one of the two, and it was a significant.
Yeah.
I mean, that was their front court. It was him and Mahoney.
So we shall see. That game's later tonight. That should be a good one as well. We'll talk about that a little bit in the second half.
When we come back, you will have the rest of the action here. We're going to have a good second half. Don't miss it. It's ACI Robin's Nest and Larson Ford. Welcome back here for the second half of action. David Smith and Dan Yuzerski. It's a 4-point ACI Robins Nest lead going into the second half.
Tell you what, that's a good shot by Donovan Summey to come right off, shooting that ball confidently. I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved here in this second half. And for ACI, they're just doing what they've been doing all year, forcing turnovers, making good shots, taking good shots, and being unselfish, and it's led to them being successful in that first half. But Larson Ford did a good job just to keep this game at arm's length and give themselves a shot to close us out in the second half.
Morrow, defended by Montgomery, flicks it up with the left, can't get it to go. Sweet pass from Summey to Hornbeak as he finishes for the deuce.
Tell you what, Donovan Summey's should be playing the rest of this game. He's been fantastic, really doing a great job there, able to go get the loose ball on the rebound, and then a beautiful pass to Hornbeak, who had an easy finish opportunity.
Jones with the runner gets it to go as he answers, as the lead is now back to 4.
And they've needed him to make some big buckets tonight, and he's answered the bell every single time.
Hornbeak, that pass way out of bounds and over the reach of Summey as possession now switches to ACI.
And that's just a product of these guys on the floor right now not getting a lot of time together. Summey hasn't played that much for Larson Ford, albeit unfairly, but those are the things that usually get worked out as the season goes on.
Kimbrough down low, can't get it to go.
But he got fouled, so he'll go to the line.
That one is going to be on Agba Jemison, I believe. That's their first team foul.
I tell you what, I know.
That's his first.
I think if you're Larry Marshall, Agba Jemison, good defense there. I mean, just a foul. Agba Jemison's really given Kimbrough some trouble inside. I would ride Donovan Summey and Agba Jemison for the rest of this game. I wouldn't sub back in Amari Jones or Peter Luster because they haven't really given you much at all tonight, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, funny story about Summey, actually. I was talking with Brandon the other day at the scorers table. He does a great job of keeping the stats for us over there.
He does.
He obviously went to Monmouth like you as
My
well.
guy.
Said that he played against Summey a lot in intramurals, and that's where he really found out who he was and said that he was very good and excited to watch him to play in this league. He's had his best game so far. As here he is with another opportunity, goes up, can't get it to go. Hornbeak the follow, but a foul is called. As Hornbeak will go to the line for a pair.
Ooh.
And a very big name just walked into the gym for the next game, who we have not seen since Seaview Jeep's first game.
Yeah, Josh Cohen. And if Seaview's got the Death Star lineup tonight, good luck to RKA Athletic, who will be without Kyle Cardesi, who hasn't shown up since the whole Mateo debacle where he got ejected and thrown out of the gym. But I will say, it's going to be a good one tonight. And these two teams have now matched up for 3 straight years in the playoffs. And each of the two, Larson Ford has given Seaview Jeep a lot. Or
I think Seaview.
RKA's given Seaview Jeep a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
So it'll be a good matchup again tonight.
If Seaview has any depth tonight, I think it's going to be pretty easy going for them. I mean, they've definitely got the star power, but one thing we know in this league, depth is just as important as star power. Because there's not a lot of defense, a lot of easy buckets. It's easy to go on runs and get back into games.
Yeah, 100%. And depth is so important, and there's not a lot of teams that have it because you never know who's going to be here on a given night. It's a lot of scheduling conflicts more than it is anything else. There's not a lot of injuries that happen in this league, but you need guys. There's a foul on Jones, but you need guys to be here every single night, and if you don't have depth, you need to front load.
It'll be interesting to see what Seaview decides to go with tonight. If Brady, Mahoney,
Stewart,
and Stewart and Cohen are all here, that's 4 big front court names.
And you could potentially have a Roy Mabry tonight too. I mean, you're going to be without Xander Rice for the rest of the year, who's here tonight, but not sure if he will play. But really, just a strong depth. And that's what's going to be able to get Seaview a championship, because you can't be running out guys. And I think Colin Cavanaugh's had a good year, but if you have Reagan Burke playing extended minutes for you, you're in a deficit already.
It's Hornbeak bringing it up now.
Parker George said, what match do y'all want to see Stearns play?
So David's headset's cut out as Agba Jemison throws it down. And he's playing well tonight. We have some guys on it, and Parker George says, what match do you all want to see Stearns play? He's locked in. How you doing, Parker? Great game last night. He had 40. And Parker, I think I'm happy to see you guys play whoever. I think Seaview and Stearns would be a great matchup. I think, and that would be the semifinals if this score holds, which I think it will. But if you get a chance to play Seaview in a rematch of that finale where you saw Spence get kicked out, I think that would be the most fun, because if Stearns has everyone, if Seaview has everyone, those are the two best teams in the league. And I tell you what, Joseph Fagan saying that's a good pass by Sam too. Pad, I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. And tell you what, Sam Fagan's getting some love tonight.
Technical difficulty sorted on my end. It's 56-53 ACI. We apologize again. Trying to get it all sorted out. It's Jones driving. And that one just rims out. No basket.
But they got a foul on that. They will get a foul on that. And Joseph Fagan says ACI welcome check. We've gotten to the point where we're so popular, we're responding to comments that people are commenting on this stream. I tell you what, though, Dwayne Jones is becoming a problem, and Luster's going to get ready to check in. This is an interesting move by Coach Larry Marshall, because depending on who he checks in for.
And Dan, let me ask, pretty interesting
I don't agree
about
with this at all.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
I mean, Luster's been on the bench for a while, though. I think he'll be able to provide some pretty good defense and pick up full court, which I think is what Coach Marshall wants. But going to that comment of Joe Fagan of ACI welcomes anyone, Dan, I'm going to ask you, what do you think their ceiling is this year if you don't see Miles Powell for the rest of the year?
I think they can still make it, and they'd be playing against the intern helpers. And I think those teams in particular match up very well with each other, and they're very even, because intern and ACI like to play a lot of the same basketball, where both of these teams, ACI and interns, are going to avoid playing the two big ones. It's going to be would avoid playing Stearns, avoid playing Seaview. If you get to a championship game, anything can happen on any given night, as Kimbrough is able to lay it in there.
Great pass there, and a great finish, as it's now a 6-point lead.
And I think they could win a championship given their road to the finals.
Would definitely agree that they're on the favorable side of the bracket.
And they have a tough matchup. When they get past Larson tonight, they're going to have to be playing against the intern helpers. And the intern helpers haven't lost a game in six straight. They've won 6 straight. So they haven't lost a game since mid-July. They're playing as good at basketball as anyone, and they're playing as a team. But ACI Robins has shown that they can take out the best and play with the best. So I think like any of these 4 teams that are going to get past tonight, granted, ACI, this score holds, which I think it will, and Seaview is able to win tonight. That's the 4 that you wanted after the regular season.
Jones pushing in transition. Fagan, wide open look from the corner, gets it to go.
And that's what they do so well. They play the transition game. It's a turnover, and Dwayne Jones does a great job of finding Sam Fagan in the right corner, and he knocks down an open 3.
Morris finds Hornbeak. Gives him a screen, and he falls. Jones to Kimbrough. Here's the big fella with the windmill.
Wow.
Are you kidding me, Jared Kimbrough?
Stunting right there with Jared Kimbrough. He saw a wide open opportunity, and he said, let me violate the rim right there, and he did.
That extends their lead to double digits. Good rebound opportunity there for Agba Jemison. They will retain possession, as that one was hit out by Micah Kerr. We'll get some subs here. It's Hardiman in, Kerr out for ACI.
Yeah, and some good minutes for Kerr, and Hardiman's played well as tonight, but I tell you what, if this lead is now 11 and it's kind of ballooned in an eye blink ever since Agba Jemison, and you have your two best players in terms of guard on the floor, off of the floor right now, and Amari Jones and Peter Luster in, and the two guys I said shouldn't be playing right now.
Morris. Strong take in from the big fella. He'll get a chance at the line. That's one thing we've seen from him this year. I feel like we see him going in slow motion, but he's just so strong and in such control that he's able to control his body and be able to get to the line. And with his touch, he's found himself in often three-point plays, not here, but he's been so good around the rim.
Well, and I think you beat me to it. You said it better than I did, is that his control is so good, and his technique and fundamentals are really what makes him a great player, because it's one thing to be fast and be athletic and not be controlled, but he is athletic. He is a sneaky athletic guy. It doesn't necessarily look it, but he can put it on the floor. He can go behind the back. He can do everything dribbling-wise, and his ability to not only pass but see the floor helps him with the touch and everything. He's a really good player, and he needs to step up right now because they don't have Summy on the floor, and they don't have Morrow on the floor. And having Amari Jones and Peter Luster is hurting them right now.
Great feed from Jones into Kimbrough. There's the Neptune connection.
And you beat me to it again. That's just a product of two guys playing with each other for so long that both of them knew exactly where they were going to be, and it was a beautifully executed play.
And you talked about it with Intern and ACI. They're probably the two teams that we see play as Amari Jones puts it back and gets it to go, play the most team brand and hard-nosed style of basketball. I think that's why that could be a game of the year candidate if that's what we see in the semifinals.
Well, because it's different styles of playing with each other. All of ACI Robinson, these guys grew up playing together compared to Intern. These guys all play together professionally.
It's really cool to see. Morris, he's just so crafty.
And he's doing exactly what they need him to do with Morrow and Summy being off the floor right now, kind of stepping up as that primary option.
Kimbrough short off the rim, rebounded by Hornbeak, and he'll push.
They get another stop here, too.
Great pass. Agba Jemison, jump hook, just strong. Rebounded by Hardiman.
Didn't have the positioning there and still went up for it, but its positioning is oh so important, and he didn't have it there. And if he maybe waits a second or two, tries to find a better shot, it might have worked out better for him.
And that one will take us to our third quarter media timeout. ACI Robins Nest out in front by 8. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will bring you the rest of the action. Welcome back. 66-58 here at Manasquan with 3:35 left to play.
I tell you what, David, I think ACI leaving the door open just a little bit too much for Larson, but Larson hasn't been able to take advantage of it. But I think there's been some possessions and easy bunnies that ACI's left on the floor that, if Larson makes a run, could come back to haunt them.
I agree, but there's one thing I want to add. There's one thing that I've noticed this year that has stood out about ACI Robins Nest to me. There is no team that runs a better offense than ACI Robbins Nest. Their sets coming out of timeouts are genuinely, they have plays as well. I mean, they play so well together, off-ball screens, cutting to the basket. It's truly special to watch because it's not that 1v1 ISO stuff that you see a lot of now in the NBA. It's traditional basketball the way the game is supposed to be played.
And that's coaching. And I think Joe Fagan, I think it's tough to discredit Joe Fagan, who might be the best coach. You've played for him. You know how good of an AAU coach that Joe Fagan is. And he just continues to churn out good offensive plays, good offensive possessions. And he is one of the better coaches. And you have a guy that's doing NBA work with the Brooklyn Nets and James McDonald. Those two, it's like Belichick and Bill Parcells on the sidelines.
That one out of bounds will stay with ACI. It'll be Fagan inbound. Also see Parker Dortch in our comment section as well. Parker, one of the premier forwards in this league. Also one of the nicest guys and best to cover.
I tell you what, Parker Dortch might be my favorite person to talk to in the league because he is the quintessential guy that just you feel like you want to go out and have a drink with.
Jones, Luster, first shot of the game, short off the rim. Jones runs it down. He's out in transition, gets it up. No good, but he'll go to the line for a chance for two. That one's going to go on Hornbeak.
And I think that's one that could have gone either way because it looked like to me that the contact was actually initiated by Dwayne Jones. But, you know, sometimes the offensive players get the benefit of the doubt, and that was the case there.
ACI going to be shooting the rest of the way here in the third. Summy at the scorers table getting ready to check in for Larson.
And they need him back in the game badly. I mean, this run that has ballooned this lead to double digits has happened with a lot of it with Jones and Luster on the floor, and they need him back. Ooh.
Summy will replace Hornbeak. Hornbeak, one of their better outside shooters, down 10, maybe a little bit of a puzzling move.
I mean, you're down 11, and I know you're trying to get guys some rest, but they can rest in the offseason right now. You need to win this game, and I feel like there's kind of been a lack of urgency on the sideline tonight from Larson forward.
Morrow, pull up Jay, no good. Rebounded Jones. Jones pushing. Thought he had Kimbrough running down the lane, but left that one a little too far for him.
Shout out to the Sam Fagan crowd. A lot of them watching him tonight, but I think that's a case where Jones, you're going too fast. You have 24 seconds, and you're up 11. Take some time off the clock and look
Jones
for a better shot.
With another out of control take. Finds Luster open in the quarter. That's a long two. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Hardiman.
Jones and Luster are just killing him right now. And they're not getting balls into the hand of Morrow or Morris. And they've taken a dive in this third quarter because of it.
And that will be a charge on Hardiman. A great job there from Amari Jones to sell it. But honestly, you probably are not going to have to sell it all that much because Marquale Hardiman is a big boy.
He is, and he throws his body around a lot in the paint, and that's what happens when you throw your body a lot. Shout out Greg Kapalko. Eddie Kapalko.
Oh my gosh, Dan, you're never going to hear the end of that one. But yes, that is our beloved Eddie Kapalko,
executive producer of this wonderful stream.
Oh, I can't wait to tell Eddie that you called him Greg so that I can get on his good side.
You've been waiting for this moment for a long time, haven't you?
Now I'll have the leg up. It's Morrow bringing it up. And they will get Loyal for a hand check. Now only one to give. Or excuse me, now since that was under 2 minutes, the next foul will result in the bonus for Larson. Morrow, Loyal defending. And now they'll get a block for Kimbrough, so Morrow will go to the line. Two very undisciplined, uncharacteristic-like fouls from Loyal and Kimbrough, two players that are typically very disciplined.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you want to keep this double-digit lead going into the fourth quarter. I mean, that's a big foul. If Morrow can knock both of these down and they can finish this quarter strong, Larson Ford is definitely still in this game as he knocks down the first to cut the lead to 10.
Morrow, 15 in that first half, and you haven't seen him and Morris as much here in this third quarter, but you got to get the ball in their hands almost every possession going on down to end this game, because these are the guys that are going to take you home with a win. The way this game's kind of played out is actually really played out into the benefit of Larson Ford, because they're not a great offensive team, and yet they've stifled ACI Robins Nest enough for them to only have 69 points with almost a minute to play in the third quarter.
Jones can't get it to go, but he'll go to the line. Sweet pass and a sweet cut. And like we said, that's that chemistry. But we started this game red hot. I mean, both of these teams had like 16 points each within the first 5 minutes of this game, and then both teams have just really cooled off since. But I would also say it's been a combination of really good defense as well, which is something that's rare in this league, as we know.
Yeah, and it's a Pro-Am league. You're not going to see a lot of guys playing ridiculously tough defense, but when you do, there's a deep appreciation for it, and that's why Parker Dortch, who's watching us right now, is one of my favorite players to watch, because he had a case for Defensive Player of the Year.
I would agree. I mean, I don't think I would take anyone in this league that can guard 1 through 5 over Parker Dortch because of his athleticism and length. Jones lays that one in with the right. Really good finish.
No mismatches for Parker, I'll tell you that much, on the defensive end. And we didn't have an all-defensive team, but if we did, Parker Dortch would certainly be on it, in the first one too.
Kimbrough gets the offensive rebound and had it hit out of his hands. But that possession will stay with ACI as it was hit out of bounds by Amari Jones. Amari Jones, as we know, also from Neptune, so knows a lot of this ACI team, grew up with a lot of them.
Yeah, and that's a nice part about really basketball as a whole, is at the end of the day, it's a community. It's a community game. It's a community score, and that more than anything is important.
On the inbound, it'll be Montgomery for ACI. Lobs it to Loyal. Finds Hardiman, steps in. Elbow jump shot, can't get it to go. Jones picks it up at the top of the key.
Another opportunity here.
Luster defending. 32 seconds left. 8 on the shot clock. That one hits the net. Summy with it now. And Loyal and Jones fighting for it.
They're going to get kick
But
ball.
they'll get a kick ball, and possession will go to Larson, as we have about a 1/10 of a second between the shot clock and the game clock. So Larson can afford to hold for the last shot here.
Yeah, and they actually slowed the shot clock, so it's even. So Larson could go into this break trailing by 7 or trailing by 6. And you would take that as a massive win, considering they've been trailed by as much as 11 in the quarter.
Morrow drives, contact, no whistle. That one goes out of bounds. They'll say it's last off ACI. 3.7 left on the game clock. Shot clock is turned off. Larson will have the last shot of the third quarter.
Loyal is actually lucky he didn't get called for a delay game.
Jones off the backboard, can't get it to go. Montgomery, full court heave, hits the top of something, and there's a piece of paper coming down. I don't know if I've ever seen that before.
It was a desperation heave, and
it was a first time for everything in the JSBL. Another great quarter of action. It's a 9-point lead for ACI through 3. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, last quarter to play. Welcome back. It's Montgomery walking it up the court for ACI. Loyal finds Fagan. Fagan's had a great game so far. Great pass to the opposite corner. Kerr, that three short. Hardiman and Jones fighting for it. It ends up in the hands of Luster.
So no Hornby and no Agam Jemison on the floor right now, and it's still kind of shocking that this is what's going on.
Morris uses that big body, blocked by Loyal, but the follow by Jones to cut it the lead to 7.
It's the best take he's had all game, and it just ends up being a ball that comes to him after the block, and he's able to finish. That's huge for Larson. Ford leads now 7.
Montgomery. Fagan. It's now Micah Kerr. Steps back. The wing finds Fagan. Fagan. And that's a shot clock violation. A rare poor offensive possession from ACI.
Well,
but I think you got to credit the defense of Larson.
That, and you have to also understand that Jones and Kimbrough are on the bench right now. They're trying to give them a rest. So this is more of a defensive lineup for ACI Robins. We'll see how this fans out.
Morrow pulls up from the elbow. Short off the front of the rim.
Good shot, just didn't execute.
Loyal, spin move. Loses the handle on it. And Morrow falls there. Hopefully he is okay.
He was trying to sell a foul call, and very quickly, Dwayne Jones is going to get back into this game. But
was going to say, it looked like he landed a bit funny on his knee. And yeah, he'll come out walking a little gingerly, but they had a 2v1, an opportunity missed there.
Yeah, it was some selfishness more than anything else, and you want Morrow taking that shot, but maybe try to feed Luster just so you can get the ball back.
Dwayne Jones finds Fagan. Fagan will try the triple, short off the rim, rebounded to the big fella Joshua Morris. Finds Hornbeak in transition. Luster wanted it opposite, couldn't get it. Now they get it to Morris, down on the block. Big fella can't finish.
Wow, and that's a good shot too.
Loyal pushes in transition, and he'll get a foul call and go to the line for 2.
The ACI Robins has gone scoreless through the first 2 minutes and 4 seconds, and sometimes you just need something to help break the ice, and I think that right there could be it. And nice take by Loyal, being aggressive, and he'll benefit as he gets 2 at the line. And ACI Robins has not been good in terms of shooting free throws. They're 16 of 25. And that's 9 points that they've left on the board tonight. And you can't leave that many free throws on the board and shoot that inefficiently from the stripe.
Free throw from Loyal, no good. Loyal went 2 for 2 his last time at the stripe.
Sorry, and if you're just joining us, we do get comments on what the scoreboard is. It is 72-64. And
in favor of ACI.
We don't have a working stream right now. The Wi-Fi in the gym has completely hurt us, so we apologize.
Morris gets the call, and he'll go to the line. You could see things getting a little chippy. I can't tell if that was chippy or playful, honestly.
You never know.
Honestly, I don't think they ever know, to be honest. Infinite Clan, good to see you. We'll see you tomorrow at camp as well.
Do you know who that is?
Good to hear from you. No, what's your name? Morris.
Big hit here. If Morris can hit this, it's 6.
2 possessions now for Larson.
And Larson's fought as hard as possible tonight. They have competed. You got to give them credit. They've left everything out there. But will it be enough?
Jemison the board. Hornbeek pushing in transition. Has numbers. Jones wide open from the corner. No good. Would have been a huge shot for the blue and gold.
Montgomery down right now.
Fagan finds Loyal in a undisciplined shot. This time he'll go to the line. Lucky to get a call there. Not sure that that's the shot they wanted the first time around. Think that they could have maybe reset things, used a little clock. But luckily for ACI, Loyal will be going to the line for a pair.
These are two humongous free throws for Loyal, and they have not shot the free throws well at all tonight, and they really badly need these two. Oh.
Shooting 16 for 25 going into the going into the fourth quarter today from the stripe. Not as bad as we had originally thought. 16 for 25 is definitely not great, but it's definitely not horrible. But that's 9 points left off the board.
And it's grown because Loyal is 2 of 4, so now they're 18 at 27. No, 18 at 29, and 11 points that you've left on the board tonight. It's the difference between a 7-point lead and an 18-point lead.
Morris drives, and Kimbrough at the block.
Oh, that's such
Fagan, great pass. And here's the dunk from Montgomery as he hangs and pulls himself up on the rim. This team is special to watch. That chemistry out there and that swagger that ACI plays with, it's just so apparent. Great pass by Jones, but Jemison couldn't get the handle on it. It's Dwayne now driving, and Amari will have to reach in order to prevent the easy lay.
And I tell you what, I think that a lot of what just happened with Jemison is that a wet spot was on the floor, and the refs would not stop play because of it. And Jemison, so focused on the wet spot, mishandled the ball.
And that one will take us to a timeout. We will have one more before the end of the game. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we've got the rest of the action here on the Jersey Shore Basketball League. We are back. It's Jones with it now, Luster defending.
9-point lead. ACI Robbins can really put some heavy lifting on these next couple of minutes and just kind of salt this game away.
Let's see what they drew up out of the timeout here. Fagan gets it to go at the end of the shot clock with only 2 seconds to spare.
Looked like J-Rob with the pull up there. Turns, fired, and was able to hit.
Good body there, control there from Morrow, but couldn't finish. Fagan pushing. Loyal the finish, can't get it to go. And a hard fall from Tyreek Montgomery.
I could call it a travel.
Hopefully he is okay.
And again, that's just another easy bunny that ACI Robbins has missed. And it's been a collection of those now, it feels like, tonight. Not often when you see a team up by 11 with only 77 points.
You got to give Larson some credit. They do not give up, and they fight. Jones, good take, as he's able to finish after the Euro.
And that's where he's at his best, being able to use his size and his strength to get inside, and a nice finish there.
It's Montgomery.
Almost traveled again.
Jones gets the screen on his weak side. Step back jumper, gets it to go. And what a story Dwayne Jones has. Started at Neptune, played at a small division school, or excuse me, a small Division II school in West Virginia, and now he's about to go play professionally overseas.
And he is mad there after the foul call. But he is a guy that just persevered, works as hard as anyone, and his left hand, his ability to use his left hand and smartly use it is what's made him so good, and he's dominating this summer.
And that one will take us to our last media break. When we come back, we will have the end of the fourth quarter, and we will find out who will be moving on to the semifinals. Jones at the line for Larson.
And these are two huge free throws. He knocks down the first.
Still with one to play.
It would cut.
Or, excuse me, one to shoot.
If he gets this one, he cuts the lead to single digits, and there's certainly enough time for Larson to make a run and a push.
It'll be Jones running the lead guard duties here for ACI. 4:50 left to play. 79-70 in favor of ACI. It's Jones. Gets the screen from Kimbrough. Step back, mid-range, gets it to go. And Dwayne Jones is just unbelievable once he gets that ball screen.
Hit it in his cousin's face, too. It's a family affair, just like in the backyard. Dwayne Jones knocks that big one down.
Kimbrough tried to sell the charge.
I give him credit. That was definitely not a
Not
charge.
the worst attempt I've ever seen, though.
No, not Oscar-worthy, but he definitely got a few votes.
Maybe a Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah. Might not have been good enough to win an Oscar, but maybe an Academy Award. It's a good one. He tried to sell it, and you got to give him credit.
And it's moments like these where we could use the great Liam.
He's vanished. We don't even know where he is anymore.
He's been here for a couple games this year, but I haven't seen him for the last few.
Well,
81-70.
Talk about a person with stories. That young man has a lot of them. And a lot about him, too.
Here's Morrow. Deep three. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Ibn Loyal.
And this is where, if you're ACI Robbins Nest, understand you're up 11 with about 4 minutes to play. This is where you need to take your time.
And Dwayne Jones has taken over this game.
And I don't necessarily think that he wanted to go with about 10 to shoot, but hey, he had the open lane, and you're not going to stop him from doing that.
Family affair here down on the block. Jones v. Jones. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Montgomery.
And again, just not even a thought to pass to someone else.
Dwayne finds Montgomery. And there's the extra pass. Fagan can't get it to go.
And even though that bucket didn't go for Sam, that's the difference in this game where ACI has looked to make an extra pass and Larson has not.
Morrow gets it to go with the right hand. That's a tough finish.
Yeah.
Almost up by that shot clock.
Yeah, the degree of difficulty on that shot was not easy at all, and Morrow made it look pretty easy.
Jones, 3 minutes left now on the game clock. Loyal will step into a three, can't get it to go. And Kimbrough pulls it in. That's a huge offensive rebound, as now they can waste more clock. Jones takes it in, can't finish with the left. Would have been an insane finish if he did. Now it's Morrow running in transition. Finds the big fella, Morris behind the back, can't get it to go.
Wow, that was a great move too by Morris, but again, the move doesn't matter if you can't finish.
$1 million move, 10-cent finish. Kimbrough finds Fagan, the triple short off the rim, and another offensive rebound for the white and maroon.
It feels like Larson Ford is kind of starting to give up.
With both Agba Jemison and Morris in that front court, you got to be able to control the glass, and they haven't done a good job of that, and that's been their biggest downfall here in that second half. Just too many second chance opportunities for ACI.
Well, it definitely has, and you have to be more conscientious of what is going on. If you don't have enough time on the clock, you have to be playing with a sense of urgency, and Larson Ford really hasn't been playing with one. It's kind of head-scratching.
We'll keep you guys here for the break. I'm David Smith, joined alongside Dan Yezerski. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to play here as ACI looks to hold off Larson. We're followed by the number 4-5 seed game, and where Seaview will take on RKE. RKE, one of the coldest teams in the league right now, looking to change their fortunes. And Seaview, with a bigger roster now, looking to prove what they can do.
It looks like Xander Rice might be suiting up for them tonight, too, which is a massive development.
Over 2 minutes, so can't go back court here. Here's Morrow. Morris. A matchup we've been quite lucky to see so far today. Morris, the hook, can't get it to go. Both guys are battling down there hard.
And it looks like both of them have tired each other out, because Kimbrough and Morris really haven't been able to finish in this fourth quarter.
Kimbrough, great pass to Jones, and that's just a great offensive set yet again by the Robins Nest. We see it so often by this team where they're just so unselfish, and they seem to be in the right place at the right time. Morris, another blown finish, and that one is going down.
No, that's going the other way.
Jones hits it out of the hands of Morris. Morris not the happiest camper wanting a technical foul. That one's going to go on Morris. It's his third.
Yeah, and it's probably all she wrote. And for Larson Ford, what did them in tonight is the inability to really play as a team. And ACI Robins that's playing as a team, they didn't have their best stuff tonight. They've only scored now 88 points after that dagger three from Dwayne Jones. But
you know, when he's knocking that down consistently, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
On a night where ACI Robins doesn't have their best stuff, the fact that they're able to hold Larson Ford to just 72 points as we enter this last minute, is an encouraging sign for a team that a lot of people think can win this championship.
Foul there. That one's going to go on Peter Luster. Like how Luster always plays till the end of the whistle.
He does.
Always plays hard.
And that's just someone who loves basketball. I mean, there's a lot of real basketball guys in this league that are playing for love of the game, and Luster, one of them, as Jones hits that first free throw. But again, it harkens back to some of the urgency from Larson Ford was just not there tonight.
Jones, second free throw, good. And now ACI up 18 with just south of 40 seconds. Or excuse me, just north of 40 seconds left to play.
That should be a good matchup in the second game, too.
Loyal, doubled in the corner. Cross court, Montgomery. No pressure from Morris. Montgomery from beyond the arc gets it to go. Add salt in the wound.
Did a little selling after two. That's all. That's going to be all she wrote. And give a lot of credit to ACI Robbins. This was not an easy game for them by any means. Larson played a tough physical matchup, but hey, you now have an opportunity.
Oh, here we go.
To go to the finals. If you win on Thursday, as that's a ender, and Tyreek Montgomery enjoying himself. And if they get Miles Powell on Thursday night, he can play because of the NBA exception. They might be looking at a chance to play for a championship on Monday.
Very great performance there for ACI. They will be moving on to the semifinals on Thursday to take on the intern helpers. And like we talked about, Dan, we think that that is going to be a really fun matchup to watch between two teams who are just playing really good ball right now, firing on all cylinders, mostly because of that chemistry they have.
And yeah, and we mentioned it earlier, ACI Robbins consists of guys that more played amateurly together, where intern helpers is pro, and it's literally a matchup. It's literally a pro-am matchup on Thursday. And it's going to be a fun one.
Don't go anywhere. When we come back, we will have the post-game player of the game interview between me and most likely Dwayne Jones, if I were to guess. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, me and Dwayne on the air. David Smith of the Jersey Shore Basketball League, joined alongside ACI Robins Nest player of the game, Dwayne Jones, after a phenomenal performance. 34 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists, 11 of 14 shooting, 1 of 2 beyond the arc, 11 of 13 from the charity stripe. I mean, just firing on all cylinders. This is a team that clearly has chemistry. You guys have all played together before. I see it when I'm over at the scorers table. You guys are drawing up plays and stuff.
Yep.
You guys are running offensive sets. What does it say about you guys being able to play together before, bringing it out into a Pro-Am league, playing hard, tough-nosed basketball when you typically don't see that in a Pro-Am league?
Well, one, once you go your separate ways in your career, I miss playing with my guys. So me and Sam personally put it together. I think the way it helps is when the game gets tough. Like today was a sloppy game, I would say, in the first half. That chemistry helps us go a long way when it gets in those type of situations to where we know where to go to. We know how to get an easy shot, and we just know how to buckle down on defense, know how to rotate because we've all played with each other for so long. So, all of us knowing each other for a long time, it goes far in this type of stuff.
Kind of building off of that, another thing I see you guys do extremely well on the court as well is trust.
Yep.
You guys are always in a good place defensively, like you said, rotations-wise. How are you guys able to be in the right place at the right time? Is it a communications thing? Is it a thing where it's chemistry? You guys have just been playing together for so often?
I just think it's chemistry. We kind of play a similar defense to what we were doing at Neptune with Fagan. We want to load up on the good guys, make the average guys beat us. I think that's how all basketball should be played in a sense. And then offensively, I just think in a Pro-Am, right, you get a lot of guys sometimes where it's a pride thing. Everybody's the man. Everybody wants to take shots. I think with our team, they kind of know it goes through me, ball handling. Jared's probably our main option, but mainly through me and Jared, and then everybody else finds their ways and their seams in the game throughout our offense. So I think it works out pretty fine.
You guys are moving on to the semifinals now to take on a very tough intern team. Went from winless last year to winning 6 in a row to close out the year. And this is a team that plays a style similar to you guys, and I think you guys are pretty much the 2 unique teams in the league playing this way. What are you guys going to have to do in order to come out victorious?
One, I look forward to the game. We lost them by a close margin without some of our guys last time. I think we definitely have to slow down Treadwell. Me and him went to the same school. He went a little bit before me, Coppin State. He's a really good guard. I think we have to neutralize him. We have to neutralize Ray Sullivan. I think he brings big energy to their team as well. And the Leon Daniels kid, I want to say.
Daniels, yep.
And let's keep that freak athlete, Christian Lyons, off the rebounds. So
will be very interesting to see.
I look forward
Jared
to it.
and Christian will be a very good matchup for sure. But Dwayne, what a performance. Thank you for taking the time.
Appreciate you. Thank you, guys.